Everyone, this is Kevin in Texas. Big, shocking news from Norman, Oklahoma. The Cale Gundy saga continues, and no one seems to know what the heck is going on. If you aren't aware, longtime Oklahoma Sooner Cale Gundy resigned abruptly on August the 7th. He did so after a film session occurred in which he told his players to take notes. Now, during this film session, he noticed one of his players was distracted, so he took the player's iPad away from him and read the contents of the screen aloud. And per Coach Gundy, one of the words that he said aloud was, quote, shameful and hurtful, unquote. In a statement from Coach Gundy on August the 7th, in which he announced his resignation, he let it be known that he regretted reading the words aloud, that those were not his words. They were someone else's words, and he read them aloud before thinking. Now, as the controversy brewed and continued to stir, and we move into August the 8th, Oklahoma coach Brent Venables releases a statement. And in this statement, he says, quote, Coach Gundy resigned from the program because he knows what he did was wrong. He chose to read aloud to his players, not once, but multiple times, a racially charged word that is objectionable to everyone and does not reflect the attitude and values of our university or our football program, unquote. Amazingly, this statement from Coach Venables was followed by a tweet from Cale Gundy's daughter, Kat, and her tweet read, quote, interesting you told your players to keep their mouths shut about what really happened and their heads down. The truth will always come to fruition. It's only a matter of time, unquote. So after taking a look and listening to all the drama coming out of Norman, I've got three big questions. Question number one, what was on that iPad? Was this a letter or an email written by the player to somebody else? Was it an email or a letter received by the player from someone else? Was it song lyrics? Is it a movie quote? What was on the iPad? No one has said that thus far. Question number two, what was the context of the meeting itself? Was Cale Gundy trying to be malicious? Or was he reading something before he thought it through? Question number three, and this is the most important question of all. Is Coach Venables taking advantage of this situation to boot out a potential rival from his program? Now, I don't know Coach Venables from Adam. I don't know him at all. I've never met the man. I've never spoken to the man. But I do know that when people take over an organization, one of the first things they do is boot out anybody who could be a potential threat to them. And when someone's been in an organization for almost 25 years and is universally loved and beloved by the players, by the community, that person could be considered a threat. Now, maybe Brent Venables is the greatest guy on the earth. Maybe he's the nicest, coolest, most legit person of all time, and maybe that thought would never cross his mind. Then again, maybe it did. And maybe there's a lot more to this story than what we're being told. In any case, though, I'd like to see a little bit more information coming out of Norman, because quite honestly, with what has been released, no one really knows what happened. The whole thing sounds fishy, and I think this is going to shake the trust between the alums and Coach Venables in Norman, Oklahoma. As always, I'd love to hear what you have to think about this subject. Feel free to leave comments below, and I hope you have a very wonderful day. God bless each and every one of you.